HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we have the latest in Hiller sports, plus much more. But first, here are some of the latest happenings in Hopkinton. After 35 years of service, Hopkinton Police Chief Joseph Bennett is set to retire. You could view more on our website, hcam.tv. The 130th Boston Marathon has come and gone, and winners include in the women's elite race, it was Sharon Lokedi winning her second straight Boston Marathon. Sharon out of Kenya with a time of 2:18:51. This photo is from the start line and courtesy of Denise Antaki. In the men's elite race, it was John Korir out of Kenya winning his second straight marathon, setting the course record at 2 hours, 1 minute, and 52 seconds. This photo is from the start line, courtesy of HCAM's Denise Antaki. In this photo, you see marathon starters Eric Carty, 2018 Women's Marathon winner Des Linden, and Hopkinton Fire Chief Gary Darty. The men's wheelchair race was won by Marcel Hugh for his second straight time with a time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 6 seconds. And in the women's wheelchair race, it was Eden Rainbow Cooper out of Great Britain with a time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 51 seconds. A big thank you to Denise Antaki for the great photos, and we will have more photos from the Boston Marathon start line festivities soon, available at our sceneinhopkinton.org. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, April 27th, we have the planning board meeting. And don't forget, Wednesday, April 29th, it is Meet the Candidates Night live on HCAM, hosted by the Hopkinton Women's Club. The program will be live Wednesday, April 29th at 7 p.m. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. Or for more information, you can visit the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Hiller Spring Sports is in full swing. Here are the latest happenings. On Saturday, April 11th, Hiller Boys Lacrosse hosted Falmouth. The Falmouth Clippers got things rolling in the first quarter and outscored Hopkinton 3-0. With the Hillers struck back in the second quarter.
Good opportunity to get one. Here back and forth. Lottie rips it in! Great shot by Matt Lottie, and it's 3-1. Little wind here. Heavy of a wind, and how about that? Chase O'Donnell ripping it in.
Hillers outscore Falmouth in the second quarter. It's a 3-2 Falmouth lead heading into the second half.
There's a shot and a score for Falmouth. Will Hotsetter. Gonna have a delayed call. There's a shot, and it's off the post. Or was that it? I think you're gonna say it was in. Jackson Smith with the score. Ryan Tosca. Right through here. Never thought about it. Looking at draw something up. Pass. Back out. Shot! Score! Matt Lottie out to Chase O'Donnell, and O'Donnell rips it in.
Falmouth outscores Hillers 2-1 in the third quarter. It's a 5-3 game heading to the fourth.
O'Donnell looking to approach. Boxed out. Gets it over. Nice pass. And Lottie rings it in. Travis Smith with it. Oh, the Hillers got a bunch of defenders in front of him, but he is able to pop it in. The net was left open.
The Hillers threaten, but Falmouth hangs on for the 6-4 win. Hillers fall to 3-2 on the season. Falmouth improves to 5-0. On Monday, April 13th, Hiller boys volleyball hosted Medfield. Steve Sweetapple and Mike Terosian on the call.
A side out, it's all over.
Goes down the line. Ryan gets to it. Outside Alex. Oh.
Hit it with his palm.
Hillers battled and kept the sets close, but Medfield took the win via sweep. Hillers fall to 5-2. Medfield improves to 6-1 on the season. Also that Monday, Hiller girls lacrosse hosted Dedham. The Hillers got things rolling early and often.
Feed to Quebec. Around the defender, and it's in. Good start for the Hillers. Start here for the Hillers. Rushing in. Shot off the, and that is in. Taylor Interante strikes. Here goes Tom. Around, shot, in. Top shelf. Those possession battles. Fires it over, and driving up. Firing it in. Abby Burke. You'll be seeing more of her. There's a shot and a score. Taylor Interante. Quebec looking to get around the defender. Quebec with a shot and fires it in. Here comes Interante. Gets it over. Shot in. Score Hillers. Kendall Tom. Gets it over. Quebec driving in. And rapid fire shot there. Manalo wins the possession. Driving in. Around the defender. Shot. Quebec. Yes. Tom, a nice pass. Owens out in front. Shot in. Needed win there for the Hillers. Santucci over to Quebec. Quebec to the net. Not a good save there, but the Hillers get it back. Picked up by Knudsen. There's a pass. Wide open. Kendall Tom, and she pops it in. Really hope she's okay. And now here come the Hillers with authority. Quebec to Interante, and Interante beats the net. Quebec driving in around the defender and fires it in. She went. Quebec rushing in. Driving in and puts the shot in. Here comes Quebec. Firing it in. How about another? Burke. And she'll get the score. The Hillers another possession win. It's Burke. Driving in, looking for the hat trick, and she's got it. Hillers with the possession win. And how about another? The Hillers, they can just take their time here. No reason to rush. Merrill looking for a score, and she'll get one.
Hopkinton takes the win, 20-5. Hillers improved to 4-2. Dedham falls to 5-1. Tuesday, April 14th, Hiller boys volleyball hosted Attleboro and looked to get back in the win column. Steve Sweetapple and Mike Terosian on the call.
Veer, nice put away. All right, Hopkins takes that first set, 25-17. No JV team for Attleboro. Nice block. That's it. Gavir with another block to match the first set score, 25-17. Oh, Alex pulls out the jump serve. And that's it. Hopkinton takes the third set, 25-19 for a 3-0 sweep over the Attleboro Bombers.
Wow.
Hillers took the win via a sweep. Hopkinton improves to 6-2. Attleboro falls to 2-4. On Wednesday, April 15th, Hiller Outdoor Track and Field hosted Norwood. HCAM's newest broadcast team member, Colby Crum, was on the call and interviewed some of the athletes.
We are. It's one of 8 heats here, so sit tight, Hillers. So we're about to go underway, and we're off. We have Callie Owens in the middle lane. She's hoping to reel away the finish here, and Kaylin Jeremiah for second. Bella Walkowitz, but it is Callie Owens who takes home first, and wow, second and third there was very close between Kaylin Jeremiah and Bella Walkowitz. Hard to see who even won there, Tom, but it's very close down to the finish. Callie Owens walks away with the first place there, and that's another 5 points for the Hiller girls team there. Just looking at Iago here. He's actually lane 4 here. Iago, very close finish here, and Iago brings home the win there for the boys. It's a huge win there for the boys 100 meter. That'll be another 5 points to their scores. They take on that 100 meters, and we're moving on to lane or heat 2 shortly. You just ran your 100 meters. Can you just take me through that race real quick?
Yeah, I think it's a great race. I love to run it. I got blessed with the spikes from Colby Hughes, so I mean, there's always room for improvement. So looking forward to running it the next meet as well.
All right, and then Patrick Meehan, you haven't ran yet, but what events are you doing today? And can you take me through how you're going to prepare for those in just a couple minutes just to warm up for that?
I'm going to be running the 400 meters and the 4x400 meters. And to prepare for that, just trying to stay warm, try to stay hydrated. It's kind of warm today. And just really make sure I'm ready for it, like mentally and physically.
Today I'm here with junior athletes Callie Owens and Kaylin Jeremiah. Can you guys take me through what event you just ran and how'd the race go for you guys?
I just ran the 100 and it went okay. I didn't get what I wanted, but getting closer, and hopefully invitationals will be a good push and get that PR that I want.
I thought it went pretty well. I had a really good block start. I got out pretty fast and there was no headwind, so that was pretty good. We all got third place, I think. It was like me, you, Bella. Yeah. So, sweep that.
So you mentioned terms like block starts, headwind. So how do you prepare for an event like this where decimals matter so much, you know, where faster times matter so much more? What do you do during the days where you don't have a meet to mentally prepare and physically prepare for meets like today?
We do a lot of hard workouts on Monday? Yeah, Monday we had a really hard workout, which prepared us for this because it was really hot, and that was like our first really hot practice. And we had a lot of wind in our last meet, which kind of helped us prepare for like the in-between of today. Akira, how does your mental view change as you get to different checkpoints on that race?
Well, to be honest with you, Colby, I kind of realized that I'm running a 400 about 80 meters in. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm running now. So it's kind of like a mental check. I kind of start to lock in all the nerves at that point. Like, in my opinion, my adrenaline kind of carries me through the first curve, and then it really just like starts to get gritty, and you try to get big arms, big elbows through the back and float.
So you mentioned those big arms, big elbows, and I asked you before what gets you ready for a race, and you talked about your training and your workouts. So how does that come into play exactly here for this race? Can you think of any specific workouts or anything you do to prepare that will make you as ready as you can for the 400 meter today?
I mean, yeah, as I mentioned, like 400 repeats, lactic workout in general, that definitely prepares you for that end feeling where like your legs are tired, you just want to quit, and everything hurts. I feel like that prepares me the best for the end. Unfortunately, I couldn't really execute the way I wanted today in the last 50 meters, but we move, you know, we keep going. It's okay. There's always next race.
Yeah.
Hiller boys and girls track and field both pulled off wins and improved to 3-0 on the season. On Thursday, April 16th, 3-2 Hiller boys lacrosse hosted 4-1 Norwood. The Hiller offense was on fire in the first half.
Norwood starts off with possession, working right to left. Loose ball in the center circle, picked up by the Hillers. Dano Grazos has it. Here he comes, a shot and a score. And how about that for a start? Moves it up. And now with it, that's Max Conley knocked out of his grasp. Hillers get it back. With it now, Ian Tosca, he'll move it up. And now looking for a shot. Top shelf, Ryan Dacey. Look at that back line that time. That was Barry Yoakum. Now bringing it out, Taylor. And now here comes Lottie. Lottie finds an opening on the side and makes it 3-0 at 7:55 left to go. Looking for a shot. Oh, it's deflected. Hillers get it back, bringing it out and smashing it in. Ryan Dacey. Ryan Dacey off the deflection. And the goaltender seemed to lose the ball for a moment. Dacey looks to put it into play. Brings it out. Nice feed to Ian Tosca, and Ian Tosca feeds the net. That was just a pristine pass from Dacey to Ian Tosca. Lottie looking for the shot, and he has a score! Split the Hiller defenders. Hopkinton just able to surround those interior attackers. And there's a shot and a score. Another one for the Hillers, another score for Will Ian Tosca. Dacey bringing it into play. Knocked loose, picked up by Ian Tosca. Ian Tosca still with it. Trying to get by the defender, and he rips it in. Mark him down for a hat trick.
An 8-0 Hiller lead after the first half, and that would end up being more than enough as they took the win 13-3. Hopkinton improves to 4-2. Norwood falls to 4-2.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
With support from the 26.2 Foundation and Hopkinton Center for the Arts, the Marathon Quilters Guild celebrated their 30th anniversary and created a beautiful display that depicts the many great scenes and towns of the Boston Marathon. Right now, here's the opening presentation of the 30th Anniversary Quilt Show.
So she's going to give you a little bit of information, and all I have to add is pretty much anything that Jean invites me to come along on, I will say yes to. And that's happened for the last close to 24 years that I've lived in town. And I've lived in town, raised kids with my husband here. And the things I've learned about Hopkinton are, it all starts here. The Kenyans are fast. And if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And for this situation, Jean could have gone fast. She could have made all of them. And she said, I want to go far. I'm going to invite people along on the ride. We didn't know who was going to join us. Just like we don't know who's going to join us every time we have a show. We say, this is what we're going to do, and they come. And the people come. And they lend their hands and their ideas and their creativity. And this is the 30th anniversary show. This is quite a spectacle. It's a collaboration, but it's an invitation. And so I'd like to invite you to come and see this, hear about how it was created, understand how it came from Jean's brain to be in front of you. And then she'll tell you that a typical quilt show involves no touching the quilts. That's right. No food and drink in here. And please tell all your friends to come back because we're going to be open Saturday and Sunday. So let me give this to Jean.
Thank you. And first, I have a lot of thank yous. So bear with me, but first I really want to say thank you so much to Nancy, who was the co-chair of this show with me. Two of us went for a walk once too long ago and said, all right, nobody else wants to do it, we'll do it. And she ended up doing far more than her fair share, and I'm extremely grateful. I could not imagine having pulled all of this off without her, so thank you very much, Nancy. So this show is a lot of things. We're celebrating 30 years of our Quilt Guild, Marathon Quilters. Obviously, we're big fans because we named our Quilt Guild after the marathon. 130 years of the running of the Boston Marathon, and that's what this special exhibit is about, and also the 250th anniversary of our country. So you'll see that in a lot of the quilts as you wander around. So I wanted to, if I can see them, point out Michelle Banton and Joanne Brine, who are both. Oh, well, Michelle Banton, who with the help of Joanne Brine and Cindy Reimer founded this guild 30 years ago. And so I just wanted to call you guys out for getting everything started. And if all of our current and former members can just wave your hands, we've had over 100 people be part of this journey with us for the last 30 years. And you'll see a lot of their work exhibited here today. And another huge important thank you goes to the HCA, and I know Kelly Grill is hiding over there. Those of you who are quilters know that most of the quilt shows you go to are not in a space as beautiful as this. They're in a gym or whatever, and they're wonderful, but just the ability for us to hang this show here in this space elevates everybody's work, and we're so grateful to the HCA. We used to have our show in their little wonky crooked farmhouse, and it had its own charm, but this space is absolutely spectacular. So we're extremely grateful, and we hope that you check out their programs. They're already busting out of this space, and it's pretty new, so they have tremendous programs here, and I hope you'll check those out. Okay, so I also want to thank Jack Fleming and the BAA for giving us permission to use their logos, and also for being here when you have a couple of other details you're managing, particularly at this time. And what we think is so special about the Boston Marathon is that this is really the only major world marathon where you could do a project like this, because they go in a loop, or they don't go through 8 separate towns, each with their own culture and their own history, and that's really what we're trying to represent. We also are really honored that our exhibit is included in the Runners Program this year. It may be at the expo if space becomes available, but it also is going to be featured on Channel 5 on Thursday in their primetime special. Doug Meehan came out and really spent a couple hours getting his nose all the way in that. So we're very, very honored by the recognition of our work. So thank you very much for that. And we also would not have had any of that happen if Kim and Tim from the 26.2 Foundation hadn't introduced this project to the BAA in the first place. They are the leaders of the 26.2 Foundation here in Hopkinton, and the driving force behind the future International Marathon Center, which will be in Hopkinton and where this will live permanently. So now you have to build it, because we made you have the artwork, so you have to build it. But really, we really thank you so much for championing this project. And last but nowhere near least, an idea is one thing and execution is another thing. And so we had 40 artists work on these panels in groups of 1 to a dozen, and they were each given some rules of the road to make sure that there was some cohesiveness to the project, but we also really tried not to limit creativity. And so you can see that they each had their own take on what they wanted to represent, and if you scan this QR code, you could read all about the techniques they used, the elements that they were representing, the history of the marathon culture in their town, and more information about their own town history. So if all of the panel artists can please wave your hand, do a dance, make yourself obvious. We're just incredibly proud of the caliber of work that came out of this simple idea. And we could never have done it by ourselves, so thank you so much for that. I also want to recognize the members of the Hopkinton Cultural Council. They often are supporters of our show. They gave us a portion of the seed money to start this project, so we were able to provide some of the materials to all of the different quilt groups, and we're very grateful to them for their support and happy to have them here today to see it. And I also just want to say thank you so much to Middlesex Savings Bank for sponsoring the show as well. So we may be at the end of my list of thank yous. So we all say thank you for that. But I wanted to also just call up a few people to make some short remarks, and I see that we have our local legislators here. So we have Susan Nickel from Karen Spilka's office, and James Arena DeRosa, who is our state rep. So if you guys want to come up and, compliment us, whatever you want to do.
I can't wait to see the panel, so I don't want to talk too long. This is awesome. It's just so great to be here. I love this center. I love the things that happen here in Hopkinton. I'm so proud to be your state representative. I do have a citation that we can give you for celebrating 30 years and all the work that you do. And if maybe Susan could join us for a picture, that would be great.
Nancy, you want to
Someone want to hold it?
Nancy, you should.
Yeah,
come over.
anyone else who you think should be part of it,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Nancy, here, we should go like this. Open it up.
Get in the middle.
All right.
And we'll get one with, right there to
Oh,
John.
Thank you.
feels like my wedding.
Now we'll do over here. Now do over here. So we all look that way now.
Thank you.
It's not your first day.
Awesome.
No, it's not his first day.
One more.
Sorry.
This is
It's not Evelyn's first day either.
Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.